You are wasting your life. Not in the dramatic way. Not in the way that makes for a good story. You are wasting it slowly, quietly, comfortably. And that is why you do not feel the urgency. You feel it sometimes. At 3 a.m. when you cannot sleep. On Sunday nights when the weekend has evaporated and you cannot remember a single moment of it. When you look at old photographs and realize you do not recognize the person you used to be. Not because you have changed, because you have stopped becoming. That feeling is not depression. That feeling is the truth. Knocking on a door you have been trained to ignore. Pattern interrupt. You are not tired. You are empty. And emptiness is not solved by rest. Emptiness is solved by meaning. You have been taught that life is about avoiding pain and seeking pleasure. You have been taught that comfort is the goal and security is the path. You have been taught that wanting more is greed and that being satisfied with enough is wisdom. But enough of what? Enough of the same sunrise. Enough of the same conversations. Enough of the same work that does not matter to the same people who do not see you. Enough of waiting for a future that never arrives because you are too busy maintaining a present you do not even want. This is not wisdom. This is sedation, and you're the one holding the needle. The needle comes in many forms. A screen, a drink, a distraction, a relationship that does not challenge you, a job that does not require you, a routine that numbs before you have a chance to feel the dissatisfaction that might save you. You have built a life designed to prevent you from noticing that you are not living it. You are maintaining it, like a machine. And machines do not ask why. They only ask what is next. But you're not a machine. And the part of you that knows this is screaming. Not loudly. Loud you can ignore. Is screaming in the whisper of your restlessness. In the ache of your boredom. In the quiet recognition that you have been doing what you are doing for years, and you're no closer to the person you wanted to become. That person is not dead. That person is waiting, and waiting, and waiting for you to stop choosing the comfortable lie over the uncomfortable truth. Here is the truth. You know what you need to do. You have known for years. The thing you keep putting off. The conversation you keep avoiding. The project you keep starting and abandoning. The version of yourself you keep promising to become tomorrow. You know, do not pretend you do not. The gap between knowing and doing is not a lack of information. You have all the information. The gap is a lack of pain. Your current life is not painful enough to force you to change. It is just painful enough to make you want to escape. But escape is not change. Escape is temporary relief. Change is permanent discomfort chosen in advance. Pattern interrupt. You are not waiting for the right moment. You are waiting for permission to stay the same. No one is coming to give you that permission. No one is coming to tell you it is okay to waste another year. No one is coming to shake you awake. The alarm has been ringing. You have been hitting snooze. And snooze is not a pause. Snooze is a decision to remain. Stop hitting snooze. The people you admire did not have more talent. They did not have more luck. They had one thing you do not yet have. They stopped waiting. They started, before they were ready, before they knew how, before the fear stopped, because they understood that the fear does not stop. It only changes address. You are afraid of failing. They are afraid of never trying. Which fear is heavier? Which fear will crush you on your deathbed? The memory of failure or the ghost of a life unlived? Napoleon Hill wrote that the most common cause of failure is the habit of quitting. But quitting is not the only enemy. There is a slower enemy, the enemy of never starting, the slow poison of maybe tomorrow, the quiet death of I will when. I will when I have more time. I will when I have more money. I will when I am less scared. I will when I know more. I will when the kids are older. I will when I retire. You will not, because the when never comes. There's only now, and now is always inconvenient. Now is always imperfect. Now is always scary. That is the point. Now is the only moment you have any power over. Tomorrow is a fantasy. Yesterday is a ghost. Now is the only door. Stop standing outside it. You do not need a plan. You need a direction. You do not need certainty. You need momentum. You do not need motivation. You need motion. The smallest motion is enough. One email, one page, one conversation, one decision, one refusal to hit snooze. The motion does not need to be perfect. It only needs to be real. And real motion, repeated, becomes direction. And direction, held over time, becomes destination. You have been waiting for the destination to appear before you take the first step. It will not. Destinations are not found. They are built, step by step, by people who started before they were ready. Pattern interrupt. Readiness is a myth. No one is ever ready. The ones who succeed are the ones who start anyway. Here is what you must do now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. Sit in silence. For 10 minutes. No phone. No music. No distraction. Let the discomfort rise. Let the thoughts race. Let the urge to reach for something fill your hands and then pass. Do nothing. Be still. In the stillness, ask one question. Not what should I do? That question is too big. That question invites paralysis. Ask, what is the one thing I could do today? Not this week. Not this month. Today. One small, concrete, achievable action that moves me toward the person I want to become. Write it down. Not on your phone. On paper. With a pen. There is something about ink on paper that makes a decision real in a way pixels cannot replicate. Then do it, before you talk yourself out of it. Before the program runs its familiar script of doubt and delay. Before the comfort of the couch calls you back to the life you do not want. Do it now. And when it is done, do not celebrate. Do not reward yourself. The action is its own reward. The reward is the evidence. Evidence that you are capable. Evidence that the program is wrong. Evidence that you are not the person who waits. You are the person who acts. Tomorrow, do it again, and again, and again. Not because each action is dramatic. Because the accumulation is. Because the person who takes one small step every day for a year is unrecognizable from the person who took none. Not in their circumstances. In themselves. You do not need to change your life overnight. You need to change your relationship with the moment. From passive to active, from waiting to choosing, from consuming to creating. The life you are wasting is not a dress rehearsal. There is no second act. There is no replay. There is only the slow, irreversible forward march of time. And time is not on your side. Time is neutral. Time will carry you to the grave whether you lived or merely existed. The only question that matters is not whether you will die. You will. The question is whether you will live before you do. Not perfectly, not heroically, not in a way that will be remembered by anyone but you, but fully, really, with your eyes open, with your hands on the wheel, with the knowledge that you chose this. Not because it was easy, because it was yours. Stop wasting. Start living. Now, not because I told you to, because you have always known you should, and the gap between knowing and doing has been open long enough. Close it. Take the step. Your life is not a problem to be solved. It is a gift to be unwrapped. But you have been holding the same box for years, afraid of what is inside. Afraid it might be empty. Afraid it might be full. Afraid you might not be worthy of whatever it contains. You are worthy. You always were. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the story you keep telling yourself about why you cannot have it. Burn the story. Step into the unknown. Start now.